Hello everyone. So today was Sis's 23rd retraining day, with it being her 15th ride. Much better today. We had a really good ride. We started in the round pen arena working on her backing and a couple other groundwork exercises to kind of get her thinking, and she was on it today. She was sharp, she was listening, she was relaxed. I even did the yielding on the ground, no swish. Super happy with that. Just started off nice and relaxed right off the bat. So I'm very, very happy with our last day for this week. After having yesterday not be super great, today was much better. I took her on the road and rode her out there. So I did a gait evaluation today. I had Naomi videotape her moving at her medium speed for a fairly long stretch, so I could watch her feet and see what they were doing. So here's my evaluation of that. While riding her, she's super smooth and she's got 4 beats hitting the ground, okay? However, she's not gaiting. She's foxtrotting, and even evenly, like 4 beat, solid foxtrotting. So this is with hills, this is uphill, this is downhill, it didn't matter. She's foxtrotting. So when I ask her, and do very little else, I ask her up into that speed and I kind of hold her at speed, her natural inclination at this stage is to foxtrot. Now, when I was in the sand arena a few days ago, her inclination was to step pace. So that deeper sand on that flat ground was having her step pace. So she was staying lateral, and she just wasn't a 4 beats. It was sometimes pace, full pace, 2 feet on the same side hitting the ground at the same time. Sometimes it was a step pace where she was like a 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. It wasn't even. Better than a foxtrot though. So I'm going to be working on going from a foxtrot as her natural inclination to a gait, which is lateral, 4 beats instead. So when you have a trotty horse, and she would be considered that way at this stage, typically you work downhill. Sometimes you work from a canter down to the medium speed instead of from a walk up to the medium speed. So Knick-Knack, my first Rocky horse that I owned, her name was Knick-Knack. She was on the trotty side, and they had a lot of trouble getting her to gait. And so what we discovered with her was that she was foxtrotting. And so I spent a lot of time working her downhill instead of uphill, and going from a canter, which she had a lovely canter, from a canter down into a gait. And eventually we got her into a solid 4 beat lateral gait. Now, the advantage I have right now is I have other people who can ride while I watch, and then we can make adjustments. So I'm going to have Naomi start helping me next week. We're gonna shift gears. We're gonna do some things for her relaxation, some things for suppleness, but we're going to shift gears now that she is in a normal riding state mentally, I would say. We want to get her certified. And so our focus is going to go from all the other things to, hey, let's get her in gait. Let's find out while maintaining her relaxation, of course, and all of that. But that's going to be the main training goal, is to get her in gait and get her certified. So next week we're going to play around with it. We're going to go downhill, we'll try uphill, we'll try on a circle. Sometimes the circle will break things up, but that's usually for if you're pacing, not if you're foxtrotting. So since I have not done a ton of work with horses that actually foxtrot, I've done trotting, not foxtrot as much. Nick had a little bit of foxtrot in her, but it was mostly trot. And so that's going to be a fun little experiment and see what we've got. Now, I have to say, her foxtrot is really nice. It's really smooth. It's really fun to ride. I really enjoyed it. I was like, man, it's like 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. I'm like, maybe we're gaiting, maybe we're doing it. It's hard to tell when you're riding in the saddle. Like, I know that the trot is up and down, and I know that the pace or stepping pace or even the gait is side to side. But it's really, really always been hard for me to tell the difference when it's 4 beats and smooth. In my brain, I'm like, oh yeah, they're gaiting, but no, she's foxtrotting. So something for me to start thinking, really thinking hard on it, is having somebody watch and tell me what they're doing when they're doing it. While I'm riding, it's hard to, I have to go back and look at the videos and kind of observe, but I'm starting to kind of get an idea of, while yes, it was smooth, the shuffle's different. Like with the gait, there's this shuffle that you feel. And so definitely something for me to work on, and something for Mike Hartong to help me out with, because this is going to be an interesting challenge. I'm looking forward to it. She was so much better today. I'm so happy. I don't care. She's foxtrotting, whatever. I don't care. We're going to get there. We're going to make it happen. She was so relaxed. She was so pleasant. She wasn't trying to duck into my driveway. She was just walking right past, as relaxed. She'd go up and do that medium speed, her foxtrot, and then come right back down to a walk. She was such a good girl. Look at her. She was such a good girl. So much better today. We had a great finish to our week. Again, like I said before, the footfalls were the least of our problems for a while, but we're actually now able to start focusing on that, which is a huge win. Huge. We couldn't even ride this horse a few weeks ago. Like, couldn't ride her. Think about that. And now we're like, hey, we got to play around with how her feet are hitting the ground. So keeping that in perspective, I'm really, really excited and really happy with the progress we've made. And I just love that we ended the week well. We'll take a little break this weekend and we'll get back to it on Monday. And really, I'm going to do my research. I'm going to think. Mike, help me out. Give me some ideas, because this is going to be a little different than pace to gait versus, you know, foxtrot to gait. So we've got to put our heads together and come up with a plan maybe that will help her out. So I will talk to y'all later, and hope you enjoy watching her foxtrot on this video. So we'll talk to you later. Good girl. We're warming up in the round pen. I did a little bit of groundwork today. I asked her to yield her hindquarters after flexing, and I didn't get a tail swish today. No swishy. So that was great. That was while on the ground. So later, towards the end of the ride, I will play with it a little bit under saddle as well. As you can see, she's on a big old loose rein. I think you can see that. My gate is open, so she is kind of eyeballing that. Good girl, Sissy. But this is kind of our start point. We're gonna ride on the road. We're gonna kind of take a little dialed back. It's pretty hot today. And just see if we can get a really good ride to finish out our week. So I will be back.